this really brings me to our third panelist. I'm really happy that Adrian Palma has joined us. Adrian is the pro bono coordinator at Akin Gump, and I met Adrian. We have worked together with Akin and with Adrian in the immigration community for a long time, and I have worked with Adrian on some DACA specific projects, and I just recently found out that Adrian is in DACA status, and so I was hoping that he could tell us a little bit about the challenges from his perspective.
Arlene and Jennifer, it is a pleasure and an honor to be on this panel with you. As you so eloquently said, Harleen, there are many challenges that the DACA recipients and the general undocumented youth community have faced over this last year. Unemployment, of course, is one of the biggest, as you mentioned, because of the orders to shut down restaurants and service jobs. I am also I'm a DACA recipient, as a dreamer, as is a term that's heard in the news. I was born in Hidalgo, El Parral, Chihuahua, Mexico, and I immigrated to the United States, to El Paso, Texas, at the age of 6. And Harleen, like you said, fear and paranoia really is a prevalent characteristic that marks the life of undocumented youth and of DACA recipients. Growing up in El Paso, I would drive along the highway, and next to me was a Border Patrol car. My neighbors were Border Patrol agents. There was an instance when I was about to fly to Ithaca, New York to start my undergraduate career at Cornell University, and TSA and Border Patrol stopped me, and they asked me if I was a US citizen, if I have a US ID. I had to respond no, but at that point I was in risk of deportation. And as a high school student, I wish I would have met someone like you, Harleen, and had known an organization like VOLS that was at my high school to give me instruction and resources on how to overcome the anxiety that really overtook a lot of the big part of my high school years. But with that said, I really have been privileged during the pandemic to be in this role at Akin Gump, to be in a full-time job. I did not lose my job myself, and I learned through this pandemic that I could not waste the time and the resources that I was exposed to through my role at Akin Gump. So for that reason, we began to think of ways that we can and really think of innovative ways that we can remotely help dreamers and the DACA community to expand access to justice and for the community. And it really has been a pleasure to work with you, Harleen, over these last couple months to just identify ways that we could expand pro bono legal services to the broader DACA community in the United States, not just in those markets in which our law firms operate, but in rural areas where DACA applicants and undocumented youth really are living in fear.